what LeBron did with that roster. He technically played with an all-star, but Zydrunas Ilgauskas was an older player who was there to be a force in the paint more so than provide relief on offense. And that is why LeBron's 48 points in that Game 5 was indeed special. Welcome to the most official, unofficial, back with another greatest moments in Black sports history. Today's episode, I'm going to talk about the day I became a LeBron James fan. Now, if you're thinking, what the hell does that have to do with Black sports history? Hear me out. Really has nothing to do with that. That part has nothing to do with it. But what LeBron James did on May 31st, 2007 was so undeniable, I had to respect the king. And I'm talking about the 48 special.
And the Pistons call for time. 48 points for LeBron James. He has scored the last 25 points for Cleveland, 29 of the last 30.
If you saw that game live, it was one of the most memorizing performances ever. And this was probably the last time the Detroit Pistons really mattered. There was a long stretch where they weren't good. They were coming to the end of the run. They beat the Shaq and Kobe Lakers in 2004 for the championship. They go back the following year, almost beat the Spurs. They lose to them in 7 games. I know Detroit is back in the fold now, Shaq to Cade Cunningham. But for a time, the Pistons owned the Eastern Conference. And if your team was trying to get somewhere, you had to go through them. And this series is like, you could say this is like LeBron's coming of age moment. So for context, I was a big Carmelo Anthony guy. And for a time, it was a thing in the media where it was LeBron versus Melo. And that was all about Melo. And I thought if you got drafted by the Pistons, like you should have, then we're having a different conversation. However, LeBron changed that narrative with this game. And this game was incredible for a couple of reasons. One, it was so much harder to get a bucket back then. The rules were different. It was a much more physical game. It allowed more physical play. And the volume three-point shooting that we know and love today, well, I don't love it today, but that wasn't valued back then. The final score of that Game 5 was a 109-107 contest that went to double overtime. That score now is a Tuesday night in today's league. So just imagine how exhausted LeBron and company had to be in the wheel and want to win this game. LeBron scored 29 of the Cavs' last 30 points down the stretch. If you never saw this game live, go on YouTube right now and look up how LeBron was getting those buckets. You should also take a look at that roster. I don't want to say LeBron was carrying some bums, but it was a miracle what LeBron did with that roster. He technically played with an all-star, but Zydrunas Ilgauskas was an older player who was there to be a force in the paint more so than provide relief on offense. And that is why LeBron's 48 points in that Game 5 was indeed special. Hey, thanks for watching the most official, unofficial. Remember, hit that like, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the next episodes. See y'all in the next one.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is, please note, the new number is